This is an interview with Jimi Hendrix. It was done in London about 2 weeks after his second album was released. I'm going to make some comments about my impressions of Hendrix and point out some things to look for when you listen to this interview. It's a good interview. When I met Jimi Hendrix, my first impression was his presence was so strong. It was sort of like stepping into a field of electricity. And I don't know if it's because of the giant amps that he was working with or just being a superstar and having all that energy directed at you, But I wish there had been a way that this tape could have captured some of that vibrancy that I felt at that moment. I did this interview mainly because I wanted to meet him, and I honestly did not have one question ready. I figured that, when the time came, I'd open my mouth and sort of a question would come out. We've all heard interviews where the interviewer is so involved lining up the next question that he or she doesn't hear what the person's trying to say. Well, I didn't have a next question. I just listened to what he was saying, and what he was saying led to the next question. And he was so sensitive, as you'll hear. He could see me listening, and he really opened up.
You really hate these interviews.
Oh, no, well, it's all right, It's all right,
I mean, you do have a lot,
Pardon?
A lot of people bothering you about interviews.
Well, to tell the truth, there is a lot, but it's all right, though, sometimes you just feel like talking, sometimes you don't, though,
Yeah.
Just going in different moods.
Yeah. Okay, so some of the usual...
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's all right. No, it doesn't bother me at all. I just want to get this light for a second. Yeah.
You're originally from Buffalo, and you've been here about...
No, not from Buffalo. No, I'm from Seattle, Washington, originally.
Wow,
but I used to live.
Read that?
I lived all over the states, though, and then I wound up in New York, not too long ago.
Yeah.
But I lived all over the states. I stayed in Buffalo for about a month or two when it was too cold up there.
Well, yeah, but if you were in Seattle, it can't be any colder in Buffalo.
No, but Seattle has a different type of cold, though. It's a different. It's a nice coldness,
Yeah.
It isn't so cutting as Buffalo. Anyway, there's this girl up there trying to work roots on me, work this voodoo stuff, keep me there, I had to go to the hospital and all that, but I could make that scene.
What do you mean you had to go to the hospital?
Well, she tried working roots. That's a scene like they might put there's different things they can do. They can put something in your food, or either put some hair in your shoe, some of the hair in your shoe. Voodoo stuff, yeah.
Mojo.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Well, she tried that, and I don't know. She must have tried it half-heartedly, because I was just only sick in the hospital for about 2 or 3 days.
Do you ever get involved in that scene, other than...
Not anymore, really. Like around in the southern United States, they have a lot of scenes like that going on.
Yeah.
But just if I see it happen or if I feel it happen, then I believe it.
Yeah.
But not necessarily if I just hear it being talked about.
What about charms and things like this?
Oh yeah. If a person gives off, they give off certain many, electric shocks anyway. Really.
Yeah, energies.
Yeah, and so then if they can actually get these things together. Really, if the vibrations are strong enough to get these charms working, they can actually do it.
I was watching you when you were talking to this girl that came in. I think she sent you some clothes for you.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, that was very nice because you were really watching her and you were really taking her in. I mean, take her in, and I mean just like sizing up. What I mean.
She seemed like a nice girl. I like to take her home and scrub her up a little bit, and then go into the scene, and then get the clothes measured up maybe. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's supposed to come over there for that name. But see, I don't go by, like some girls, you don't go by appearance. You go by there's other things that girls have to offer besides their looks, that makes you might want to be with them, for a second or two.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other things, besides that. I don't just go by this look, because we know the story, some of them, some of the worst people in the world. But you go by other things. I don't know what it is. You can just feel little things. Say, damn, I might want to be with her. I don't know. Let me check myself there. See what happens. It's great.
What about this? I mean, I mentioned, needless to say, a lot of people are envious, me included.
Not necessarily, really.
Yeah.
Well, you should, because if you're not used to it, well, it could kill you, really. Really, but it's just another way of communication. That's why other people can't understand and say, well, damn, why are you with so many people? You know, I said, well, I don't necessarily be, you know, touching those people all the time. I just be talking to them. Some I talk to, and then others, you know, well, you know, therefore, and thereafter. This is a scene like if it's part of you, you know. This is nature. I don't know. I just can't help it. That's all. It's just it's a scene like that's another way of communication, though. You have your own ways, you know. Some people just communicate better by, you know, not even knowing each other's name, by saying, "Hey, hi, how you doing there? Would you come with me there for a minute?" And then, you know, it's all, and you do that. And you can be the best of friends then.
Yeah.
Some even get married after that. Well, have to
find it just sort of flow with it when you started to get this, you know, this image, which, you know, as you.
Oh, it was worse before, because I used to be on the block starving, you know, and girls used to help me and all that, you know. Girls are some of my best friends, because they used to help me, you know, and really help me too.
Yeah.
And I really, ever since then, that's why I say to myself, well, any girl I meet now, I want to try to show my appreciation for what they did for me before. No, serious though. It's just, I don't know. It's just nature.
Yeah.